Hello you guys, and welcome to another episode of Knockout Book Reviews with me, Kimmy Oba. So yes, I am back. if I do not say so myself, I am back. I can't believe it, guys. Like, I was close to posting 2 videos in 1 month. I was real close, but I've been trying to find a new job and stuff, and it's just getting really hectic, so I haven't been able to post. But I am sitting down here recording my January wrap-up for you guys. Yes, I will be going over the 17 books I read in January. It was a very average book month, but I read a lot of graphic novels, because I know some of y'all probably like, 17 books? Damn, girl, do you have a life? And yes, I do have a life, because some of them were graphic novels. Though, in the first 2 weeks of January, I was actually reading quite a bit. But nonetheless, let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so, also, you know, I have to have notes, y'all. My mind can't function without some notes. I really can't. But, yeah. So anyways, let's get into it. The first book I read in January is My Policeman by Bethany Roberts. Or Beth Ann. I said Bethany. Wow. Beth Ann Roberts. Here it is right here. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. But yes, this right here is My Policeman. It's pretty much a fiction novel. There's queerness in here, romance, all those things. So if that's up your alley, that's in here. We're following Marion, who is in love with her best friend's brother, and his name is Tom. But Tom is also in love with a man that he met at a museum. I think he's like an art curator, and his name is Patrick. So pretty much we're just following this love triangle between all 3 of them. And it's really heartbreaking, it's really tragic and stuff. But overall, I felt like it was a good 3 out of 5. Like, it wasn't that great to me. And that's mainly just because I didn't really care for Marion or Tom or Patrick. Like, they're all just like very boring to me. Like, I wasn't getting it. But I will say, Marion needs her ass beat. She needs her ass beat. The stuff that she did in here was just super uncalled for. Like, sis, he don't want you. Like, he don't want you. And, like, you know, sometimes you just have to, like, you know. And she just was not doing that for me in this. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to say 3 out of 5. I still think you guys should read it. I believe this is actually going to be, like, a movie adaptation soon. So, you know, if you want to see that movie, I think Harry Styles is in it. And that girl from Downton Abbey, maybe? I don't know. Let me stop acting like I know where she's from. But that girl, she is also in this. And yeah, so if y'all want to see the movie, y'all should check it out and read this. The next book I have is My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I'm going to put it up here, by Otessa Moshfegh. And I gave that a 3 out of 5 stars, I believe. We're pretty much following our main character, who goes unnamed, or our, you know, protagonist, who goes unnamed. And I guess she's like super depressed. Things are not going well. And she's like, you know what? What if I take some prescription drugs and sleep for the rest of the year? And then I can wake up and I can be brand fresh new, and I can handle all these issues in my life, yada, yada, yada. So, you know, the book was good. It was interesting. The character was downright evil, deplorable. I don't even know how she had the one friend she did have. I really couldn't do her, but I will say, for, you know, the weirdness of it all, I really liked it. Like, I really liked it. I thought it had like a little quirkiness to it, and I'm not opposed to that. I do like a little quirky. I do like a little weird. So, you know, I was feeling that, but I just couldn't get down with her, because, like, a lot of the times it was like, woe is me, and just very white privilege-ish. Like, I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. I will say that the book did actually quite drag a lot. Like, it really dragged in the middle, like maybe like 3/4 of the way through. It kind of dragged, and I was like, damn. They're like, okay, girl, all you're doing is complaining. You know, when are we gonna, you know, finish this sleep thing? Because you're not doing nothing. Like, she's not doing nothing. She wasn't doing anything. So yeah, I was just like, let's speed it up. So last thing I want to say about My Year of Rest and Relaxation is justice for my girl Reba. justice for my girl Reva. Reva had her moments, don't get me wrong. My good sis was annoying as well, but what happened to my good sis was uncalled for. Next book that I read is Lore Olympus by Rachel Smythe, I guess. And this is the first volume. I gave this a 2 out of 5. Even if I wanted to tell y'all what this book is about, I could not. Please, free us from the Hades and Persephone retellings. We don't want them anymore. We do not want them anymore. We're tired. They're tired. We're all tired. You know, and that's what this book was. It was just, actually, no, it wasn't tired. It was just weird. Like, I really didn't understand it. The art style is all right. Like, I feel like some pages, it was like sharp. It was sharp. It was beautiful and stuff. And then other pages, it was a little sloppy. But, you know, overall, you know, it was cute, I guess. I don't know. And then also, there was just some things I wasn't understanding. Like, can someone explain to me why her hair was going from short to long? Like, it was a shortcut at one point, and I'm talking about Persephone. And then it was long at another point. I don't know. Maybe I missed why that was happening. I don't know. There was, like, and that also goes to, like, the dialogue in here. No. I was reading this book one day, and I ran across some dialogue that was just super weird, super odd. It was so odd that I had to text my sister and send her the little clip of it, because I was like, what is this? Like, do you understand what they're saying? And I'm actually going to add it. I'm going to add it here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because make sure you pause and read it, because weepies. But yeah, anyway, so that is this. Lore Olympus, 2 out of 5. I would say save your coins. Save your coins. I'm really glad that I got this on Barnes & Noble's 50% off hardcovers or whatever it was, because no fucking way would I be spending $26 fucking dollars on this. No. Okay, so next we have Anxious People by Frederick Backman. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. So this is a mystery. There's actually also some humor in here. Anxious People is about like a bank robbery that turned into like a hostage situation. Oh, there's also apartment viewing too. Sorry, there was like a lot of little things that was going on here. But yeah, pretty much you just follow the little mystery of they're finding out. Like, it's kind of like a whodunit. There's an investigation going on. They go from like the present and like past storylines of like the present being like when the police are investigating the people that were at the apartment viewing. And then also we go into the past where we go to like the apartment viewing, like as everything is unfolding, and you kind of see how these people are all interconnected. And there was like a really nice quote in here that I really liked. We want our children to pursue their dreams or walk in our footsteps. We want to walk in their footsteps while they pursue our dreams. And if that ain't a effing word, I'm so serious. That is literally a word, because like, I don't know, this quote is just like my life personified. This is what I've been dealing with. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate as well. Parents trying to live through you and all that type of stuff. Like, literally, I just love that quote. That was really, really nice. And they actually had a lot of nice quotes in here, like really heartwarming. There were so many quotes, like I said. It was just sweet. It was just really, really sweet. I definitely suggest you guys read it. I'm gonna also read A Man Called Ove by this author. My sister has recommended that book like to me like crazy, so I definitely need to check that book out. Next we have Heartstopper. I'm gonna just combine all of them together. So I read Heartstopper volume 1 through 3. Overall, I think I gave them like between 5 out of 5 stars and 4 out of 5 stars. I think I gave the second book 4 out of 5, but I believe I gave the first and the last book that I read 5 out of 5 stars, because I really did enjoy it. It was super cute. I definitely think if like you have a middle schooler or a high schooler, you should definitely have them like read this, because it's really, especially if they're like dealing with like identity issues and like their sexuality and all those different things. I feel like you should definitely check it out. This Heartstopper pretty much follows our main characters, Charlie and Nick, who tackle love, friendships, mental illness, and different topics like that. Like, I really felt like this book was super stinking cute. I don't think I have anything else to add other than it was really cute, and I definitely think you should read it because it went by super fast. It went by super fast, super quick, and it had a nice message, and it was stinking cute. What else is there to say? I read another graphic novel, and this was On a Sunbeam by Tilia Wayden. And I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. It's pretty much about like a young woman that goes into the goes into space, and she like joins this like cadet military type situation, and then you kind of don't really know why she's there at first. They just give you small little hints, and then I don't remember if there was another perspective in the book. I don't think there was, but then we also follow the other characters there, and something about like a love thing happens then. But it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't bad. It was okay. It was average. I don't really think I really gained anything from the story or anything like that. It was just like meh. I do want to say though that the art style was a bit hard to follow at times, just because the characters kind of looked the same. They started to look the same. My sister was actually the one that recommended this book to me. I think she thought it was like a 3 out of 5 stars as well, but she had told me like, oh, to watch out for the art style because she had a hard time deciphering who was who at times. And I was like following it at first, like I was like, okay, this is who this is. We gave up on that near the end. Everybody started looking the same. They sure did, because I could not tell the difference. Next, we have Paper Girls by Brian Vaughn. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. If you've even read this book, you would know that it was just vibes and pretty things. Vibes and pretty things, because that is literally it. There ain't no plot. There ain't no nothing in there. Oh, the art style was great though. Giving very much comic book. So that was nice. But as far as like, if you're trying to pick up a graphic novel that's gonna like, you're really gonna be following what's going on and not be confused, this is not the one, because I was lost. Everyone that I've heard that has talked about this is just as lost, and they're just in it for the vibes and the entertainment of it all, because it is entertaining along with confusing. So, yeah, I think y'all should still low-key read it. I was trying to get my sister to read it still, but that's not really up her vibe. Vibes and pretty, that's not really her, so I don't think she's going to read it, but I do think that y'all should still give it a chance, low-key. And also, you guys should check out Saga by this author. It's like super good. Like, if you have not checked out Saga, like, what are you doing? Because Paper Girls, if this is your first taste of Brian, you're gonna be disappointed, okay? Because Saga is where you should have started. I'm just letting you know. I read Fence 1 through 4. I'm gonna add them all here like I did last time, and this is by C.S. Pacat. Yes, C.S. Pacat. I think I gave all of these pretty much another 5 out of 5. I think there was like maybe a 4-star in there, just because that was probably the book that was delving more into like the science behind fencing, and not gonna lie, I don't care about fencing that much to really care. Like, not like, sometimes I was really just reading real fast because I was like, I don't want to hear more about how the point system works. Pretty much we're following Nicholas, who is really into fencing. He's like gung-ho about proving himself and becoming the best fencer, and winning all these titles, and just being that dude, like killing it in fencing. He wants to earn his place as like a #1 fencer like his dad did, but little does he know he's faced up against Seiji. I think that's how you say his name. So he's faced up against Seiji. He was like pretty much that dude. Like, he's beating everybody. No one can really beat him because he's really, really good. And he's just like, Nicholas is very big for his britches. And he's like, oh no, I'm gonna kill that dude right here. Like, it don't really take too much for me to do it. And, so he's trying to do his thing. And, guess what happens? He loses. So yeah, and Fence, we're pretty much following them. And Nicholas, as he starts at something academy, I forgot what the academy is, and then Seiji ends up going there as well, and they're kind of like rivals at first, and I'm not sure if they're supposed to have a relationship at some point, but I'm assuming they are. But it's like a serious slow burn. Like, I literally went through 4 volumes, and I didn't feel, I mean they became friends, but it wasn't giving romance to me, okay? Because this is like an LGBT you know, romance, graphic novel situation. So yeah, that was really not in here. And there was another relationship between two other characters where I was like, oh, okay, I think that they, you know, have something for each other, and we didn't even get them either. I was like, damn, they just the side characters. They can't already, you know. So she's really slow burning it, but she's doing her thing because I'm invested. Next, we have Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. This is like a magical realism fantasy novel with some humor in there. So it's pretty much centered around a young woman named Lillian who is tasked to take care of Roland and Bessie. But the thing is, the kids, whenever they get super angry, they actually burst into flames. And I mean, actually, they combust into flame. Following Lillian, you know, navigating that. And it was really sweet. It was such a sweet novel. Like, I think I might have shed a few tears in there at some points, but because it was just super cute. Like, I really loved the relationship that Lillian went through with Roland and Bessie, and it was just like really cute to like see it play out and how they began to like gain each other's trust. I will say though, her friend ain't shit though. Her friend ain't shit. Yeah, if you read this book, you know what I mean. Her friend ain't shit. And if honestly, if it wasn't for I would have been like, hell no. Cause what? Ruining my life? Ruining my life. Next, we have the Southerners Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and this was by Grady Hendrix, and y'all, 5 out of 5 stars. I don't care what y'all got to say. I love this book. Like, he ate down. He really ate down, and y'all know he ate down. This is a horror novel. The synopsis is a little bit long, and yes, I do want to read it off because I need to make sure that y'all really get the full encompass of what this book is about. 90s Southern suburban housewife Patricia Campbell has little in her life that truly brings her joy. Her days are filled with caring for her senile mother-in-law named Miss Mary, a doctor husband, Carter, who spends much of his time working, and 2 teenage children, Corey and Carter Jr., aka Blue, who are growing up and distracted by their own interest. Patricia's sole escape is her book club, which has recently splintered into a new group that focuses on true crime. The group includes Grace Kavanaugh, Kitty Scruggs, Slack Paley, and Mary Ellen. The book club is a chance for these women to escape their domesticity and talk about things other than their husbands and children. However, everything changes when Patricia is attacked by an elderly neighbor named Ann Savage. Following the attack, Patricia meets Ann's nephew, James Harris. James seems dashing and is good at investments, but he harbors a little secret. He's a vampire. Bitch, I'm telling y'all, this book was eating. What? It ate. Like, you guys should really check this book out because I really like this book. Like, I mean, I said that like 3 times in a row because I just did. Like, the book ate down. I actually listened to the audiobook, and Miss Girl on the audiobook was eating down. Like, she really put her foot in that. All I have to say is that Miss Green ate down. If it wasn't for Miss Green, them white ladies would not have stood a chance, okay? It kind of pissed me off that these girls, it was the 90s, y'all. I don't understand, like, I mean, how long are y'all gonna keep saying, oh, we can't because if a black person helps a white person, no, because Miss Green and the other black people in that community had been saying that they felt like something was suspicious. And their kids were dying, and y'all just weren't believing them. Y'all weren't helping them, and then y'all were begging her, Miss Green, to help y'all. She should have just left y'all, but black folks don't be doing that, you know? And so she came through. She came through because, you know, it wasn't just their kids. It was still the black community's kids, too, that were going to be at risk, and they were going first. So the men in this book, dumb as hell. But what is new? Next book we have is Orange by Chico and Chago. I'm not really sure how to say the first name. Takano. And so I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. Pretty much we're following our main character, Naho, who's in the 11th grade, and she receives a letter from herself 10 years ago in the future. At first, she kind of thinks it's like a practical joke, but as the days go on and everything in the letter everything written in the letter becomes true, she's like, oh no, this thing is real. In the letter, pretty much her, what is it? Her past, future past, one of those selves is letting her know that a new student is going to transfer in. His name is Kakeru, and he's going to join her class, and pretty much it's up to her to save him. She tells herself that something bad is or tragic is gonna happen to her classmate, and that it's pretty much her job to right her wrongs. And yeah, the book was cute. It was cute, but it was just not for me. It was just not for me. I don't know really what else to say other than that. It was cute, and it was like a little bit heartwarming, but overall I didn't care. And lastly, we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I gave this a 2 out of 5 stars. This is a YA mystery thriller novel, and we're pretty much following our main character, Pippa. Is pretty much investigating a local murder that happened in her hometown 5 years ago. It was the murder of Andy Bell, and the town assumes or says that it was Sal who murdered Andy, but no one knows really, because before he could be convicted, Sal ended up committing suicide. Ooh. He ended up unaliving himself. Sorry, you can't say that here. This was a proper snooze fest, y'all. This was a proper snoozer. I was snoozing the buttons because it was really not good. It was just really boring. Like I was super bored like throughout reading this book. I was definitely yawning every couple of pages. I thought the twist at the end was a little bit cheap, and like it's just a little bit funny to think that a high schooler, would be, emailing the police about like police investigations, and they just be sending it to her. Like, I don't know. I know we're supposed to kind of suspend belief in a sense around some of this, but like really they're gonna give it to her so she can use it for a project. Like, no, they wouldn't. Also, is this author British? Because like she had American kids saying cheeky. I was like, what, girl, what is this? That's not slang that we be saying. So I don't know. Is she? Like, I think she actually might be, because I swear I looked it up and she was. But yeah, I don't know. Was this? I think it was set in America. I'm pretty sure it was set in America, because they were talking like about college apps and da-da-da-da. I don't think y'all be calling it college. I don't think they call it college in Britain. I don't know. That scene with Pippa where she called that dude a gargoyle when she suspected that he was a rapist. Is that all she has to say? Gargoyle? Like, that was the comeback. I was just like, ooh, it just was so cringy to me. Like, the language was so cringy in here. I just could not do it. All right, guys, that is it for me. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you guys have any graphic novel suggestions, please leave them down below. If you have any book suggestions in general, please leave them down below. And if you read any of the books that I read, please let me know your thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. What a wonderful